Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today on this looks like a cloudy, rainy day today? Let's see, how autumn's energies are. We're now into the autumn equinox. We're almost at the last of the 9/9 portals, which is going to come up September 29th. So let's see what the energies are for this day today. What are the energies for those twin flame soulmates, lovers in separation, however you want to label it? Today's energy is reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And so, Spirit's advising you today. Now, it's time for you guys to have a little uh, alone time, a little quiet time to start really thinking about what's been going on within your connection, how your connection uh, has been, what it feels like, where the troubles and the traumas have manifested themselves into this connection, and how do you go past that point and move into a place of uh, union, of love, of allowing. And so Spirit's asking you to go within. Today is it's a rainy, quiet day. It's an autumn day, and it's one of those days where it's really good to just sit by yourself, take a spiritual bath, um, sit and meditate, listen to some music, and let's see what the other energies of this connection in separation are. All right. So Spirit, give us what else there is within this connection. Remember, this is a collective reading. So, Spirit, give me what the collective is feeling right now, what energies are available to the collective. This collective reading is a general reading. It may or may not reflect what is going on within your twin flame connection or soulmate connection. However, the more that you interact with the channel, the more that things will come in line with what's going on within your story. If this story doesn't match, come back and look at some of the other reads I have. I do one every day almost, and see if it matches your story. And if you're looking for uh, any of your own personal readings, just please reach out. The menu's up on the top corner there. So with that, our first energy is rekindle. Now we've seen this a lot this week, right? So there's a big energy of reunion, rekindle, the ability that something's going to come back in again. What that is, we're not sure yet. But be receptive to it, right? Be open to receive what fate has for you. Let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. So, yes, this may be coming, but Spirit's basically, and I'm going to move it down here and we'll talk about the spread a little bit so people understand it. Uh, Spirit's telling you to let go of any conditions that you're putting on this and this because it's going to happen in Spirit's time, not in your time. As things align, this will potentially happen. Right? And the universe is guiding you to that special place. And that's why you let go. Just let the universe do its thing. The more you try to control it, the more you block your own uh, good fortune. And for many of you, your spiritual journey is beginning or has begun. And Spirit's just reminding you of that. And that's why you need to go back into that reflection space. And dreams, right? Share your dreams together, encourage each other to make them a reality. And this is where reflection comes in again, because you need to go back and find out what your real dreams were before you got jaded by society, before society has put things into your head, right? And for of the 144, there's no need to repent anything. You just need to learn to forgive yourself. If Christ is the way that you need to forgive yourself, that's great. But everybody has their own way. It's all a journey to yourself. So I hope you find that journey. Um, you don't need to put anybody else's journey in front of yours. So Spirit, what is the energies? What other love energies are there? And for those of you who are watching and do resonate with this, please like, share, subscribe. Uh, it helps my channel grow. Every Monday and Wednesday in the evening, usually, I go live with Spiritual Susan, and we answer questions. We do some collective reads and activations to help people to work within healing their own trauma, right? And so Spirit's also telling you let go. This is double confirmation that let go of the control issues, right? Allow things to happen because as you try to control it, you block it. Heart to heart conversations, right? So more confirmations that you guys may be in that conversation space. It may not mean that you're in a full relationship, but it may mean that you may have these conversations to be allow you to heal and let your friends help you. Right? We're going to put that right here. And for those of you who don't understand my spreads, this is my own personal spread. Nobody else I know uses this. This is one I developed myself. And in the spread, it shows you potentials of each choice point. The right side is potentials where there's more challenges into your experience, and on this side right here, the left side would be my left side, probably your right side. This is going to show you the potential, abundance that you're going to get. So we have challenges and abundance, and we try to hope that this side is more balanced than this side, but at any point you can choose to move to either path, and every choice point is a choice point for you to be able to do that. And so that encourages you to always, think about your choices before you choose, because those choices can lead to two different paths, some longer, some shorter. And attraction, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, right? And how do you enjoy the moment? By reflecting and letting go. So let's take a look at what else cards want to give us for this love and separation reading. So, Spirit, give us what's going on within the collective for love and separation reading. And again, if you're looking for your own reading, I do some personal readings. Information is in my profile and in the description if you're watching the replay, or if you're watching from YouTube, or actually Instagram. That information is in there as well. On how to contact me and what the current price points are for the different stuff. I am having a sale, but it ends at the end of September. So if you're looking for, some reading, some guidance, this is the time to take advantage of it while I still have my summer sale running. So Spirit, what is the energies of this connection that we're channeling right here, the one that has the potential for rekindle? Anything else you want to tell us in these cards? A couple more, please. Ooh, too many, Spirit. Let's take what dropped on the floor. So that's the one that's viable. We'll put that over to the side, and we'll get one more card, Spirit. One more, please, of this connection. What's going on? Can we get one more card of guidance? Okay, we get a few more. So let's see what we got. So what fell on the ground is usually the thing that is the most important to look at, and or just something that's just in the current energy that is in the most immediate spot. And so, yeah, this one is a good one, right? The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform. What's dead is dead. And what Spirit is saying is that what you had in the past can't ever be. And so it either has to change, meaning that you have to choose to heal, or if you don't choose to heal and transform yourself, then you're never going to get this chance here again, because you have chosen that path. And that could also be your person, right? And everybody's at a choice point. And this choice point is this: what was there was dead. It could never be. That's why you were separated, because you couldn't be in that place anymore because it was just too toxic. But Cupid's arrow has the potential of coming in. So we have this we keep on seeing the positive end that's far outweighing the negative end. Self-indulgence, self-worth, value, time to heal, shadow work, right? This is what we're talking about. Reflection, shadow work. Listen, let your friends help you. It's time, because this can't go on any longer. Spirit's not going to allow it. It's time for you to really understand your own value, start to heal, start to work. If you want to get into that, I do have a spiritual channel, Silver Fox Spiritual, on YouTube, where I release pretty much once a week, twice a week. I release healing videos using light language. I'll do some over my lives with Spiritual Susan on Mondays and Wednesday here on TikTok. And I also do personal ones. So if you really want to really get deep into what's causing you're the biggest challenges, I do personal light language to help you bring in the codes that are required to help you move forward. So make sure you're working on yourself, valuing yourself, and sometimes that's just taking a bath. Sometimes that's just getting a massage, treating yourself to a nice piece of cake, or whatever it is that gives you a feeling of warmth and happiness and a feeling of knowing that you are worthy, right? And again, so we're getting double confirmation, death and coffin, right? New beginnings, liberation, reborn, transition, tragic endings. And Spirit's basically telling you, dead, this is dead. It's Spirit is slapping us silly, saying, you can't have this anymore because it's not going to be allowed. It's why you're in separation, because what was there was so bad for you, it doesn't allow you to go through it. And that's why you need to reflect on that. Twin flames, right? And so, no surprise here. This is a twin flame, high level soulmate, love and separation reading. And so, this is just confirmation that yes, we're talking about your twin, your divine counterpart, your high level soulmate, however you want to label it. They're just labels we give to ourselves to try to explain the experience we're within, right? And the state, competition energy, the other woman look over your shoulder. And this is why it can't be going on, because there was too much busyness going on, too much drama, and Spirit's saying just no, you can't have that. Grounding, right? What is grounding? Grounding is allowing things to do what they're supposed to do, to get yourself into the flow, to allow the energy to go ground into the earth. And how do you do that? You know, if you're a Cancer placement or any of the water placements, just go and sit in the bath, put your finger in a piece of any sort of water, and just set the intention to release all things that don't serve you back into the ground. Other normal people, earth people, you can just go barefoot, and that's what you want to do. So just go out in the ground barefoot if you can. If you can't, then you just set an intention to have some roots grow out of your feet and move them into the ground to move all the negativity into the ground. And whatever this relationship that's potentially coming in, that Cupid's bringing in, it's going to come with a healing heart, right? So this is going to be healing some of the heartbreak, toxicity, or addiction relationships. And how do you get here? It's through reflection, right? You have to get into the space of reflection to then get it over to here. So you can see we're starting to wait. Things are starting to balance out here on both sides, where Spirit's giving you guidance. This is what you don't want to be in, and here's where you want to be. So let's get a couple more cards of guidance, and then we're going to go into the what's blocking you, and how do we move forward, right? So Spirit, give me 2 or 3 cards out of this deck that are going to show us anything else we need to know about this connection that we are channeling. Okay, one more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. And so separation, right? It's just confirmation that you need this time apart to heal, to close out all these cycles, to be able to reflect and go within. And as you heal, divine timing is going to take place. And when that happens, we're going to look at it a little bit later. But remember, timing is individual, and it's also every choice point is going to adjust either way, whether it's going to take longer or shorter. Okay, gratitude. You need to be grateful for love already present in your life to attract more of it, right? And this is hard for many of us because we've gone through so much trauma. How do you find love in just being beaten down every day by society, by people, by experiences? You got to find something, right? Whether that's gratitude for the ice cream that's there, gratitude for a pet, gratitude for your children, gratitude for a job, whatever it is that can bring you in that light, you need to find it and hold on to it. Forgive and release. You're stronger when you carry love and forgiveness rather than anger, right? And this is where we do the shadow work. And who do we need to forgive? We only need to forgive ourselves, right? And why do we need to forgive ourselves? Because we create our own experiences, number one. And number two, what we're forgiving is because we're angry at ourselves or regret at ourselves for how we reacted, how things turned out, how things happen over time. And you don't need to forgive anybody else. It's nice to, but you just need to forgive yourself because, you only did the best you could with what information you had at that moment. And sometimes you have good information, sometimes you don't, right? Your truth is your truth until more information comes through and the new truth comes in. So you have to be able to release that truth and go to a new truth because now you have more information. And last but not least, patience, right? Some things still need to be dealt with for this connection to manifest. And We're going to put this over here. So more and more and more confirmation of divine timing is in play, which means it's going to happen when it happens, not when we want to happen. So let's look at what it is that is blocking anything, within this connection. I'm going to pile my cards a little too high here. They're about to fall apart. So let's look at what's blocking the connection, right? And this one is, we're going to ask for one or two because this card deck is huge. I don't know if you can see it, how big it is. It's a giant deck because there's a lot of reasons. We have many reasons why we block things that are good for us. And so, Spirit, I'm going to ask you to just give us the top 1, 2, or 3. So no more than 3 cards, please. What is blocking the connection here? Okay. Looks like Spirit gave us 3. So first one is not talking. You aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. And why is this, right? Yeah, we're in separation. Of course, we're not talking, but it's because when you weren't in separation, you were listening to the other person. You were allowing their needs to override yours, and you weren't able to clearly articulate what needs you have because you were afraid that person was going to go away. Right? And that fear, and this is what all this side is all fear-based, right? That fear is what prevented anything from happening because once you get into honest communication, truly honest communication, not nasty, not abusive, not narcissistic, but honest, saying, I feel X, and be comfortable with saying that and be comfortable with the person that you can actually have these conversations without getting beat up. That's a real relationship. Okay, so you have to get to that place of vulnerability because without vulnerability, you're never going to get here because you're still hiding something from everybody and you're afraid and you're conforming rather than being your true self. And that's why you need to go through this reflection, this shadow period to figure out what your true self is, not what society has taught you to be. Okay, being guarded. You're lonely because you're aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. You need to open your heart. And why are you aloof? Because you're afraid of getting hurt again. And so that cycle continues over and over again because you've created an energetic bubble around you that's preventing anybody from coming in. They'll just walk around you. They won't even look at you in the way you want them to because you are so guarded in your heart from all the heartache that you've had. And demanding. You set impossible standards for your partners to beat. Be less demanding. It doesn't mean to not have your certain few deal breakers that you have, but you have to be more open and more open for whatever comes in rather than just throwing people into the friend zone or blocking because their hair is too short or the wrong color. You don't like the color of their eyes, whatever it is. You have to be, maybe you don't like what they do for a living, and you just have to kind of pull that back a little bit and allow things to flow naturally without control. And that's why we have to let go because all these demands are only blocking what's really meant for you, what's truly meant for you, what's already there for you. You just don't see it. Okay, so those are your blocks. Let's see what we can do to work on it. So now let's get some encouragement from our higher selves. What is it that we need to know right now? How do we, get out of this hamster wheel of karma and move into this twin flame, the Cupid arrow, the rekindle? And let's see what it is. Spirit, can you give us that? What is it that we need to work on? What words of advice, some sage advice from our future self on how to overcome these challenges? We know we've already overcome them. It's how did we do it? And so we're going to get that encouragement from our future higher self. And, this is why you come to these reads, because we're going to give you encouragement on what it is that we can do to move ourselves forward. Okay, everyone you meet is another part of you that wants to be loved. And this is a powerful one, right? Because your entire existence, your entire manifestations, everything that happens within the 3D is manifested by you. And so what you're creating is you're creating a reflection of things you don't want to see that are inside of yourself. And so as you recognize them and then go in and heal them, those change and you start to see what's really you, not what needs to be healed, because these shadow sides of you are coming out. They're being manifested by your subconscious so that you see them because you've pushed them away. You've pushed them in a dark corner. You don't want to see that portion of yourself. You don't want to see that trauma, But guess what? That trauma comes out every day until you decide to go ahead and address it. When it gets dark, remember that the sun always rises, right? And again, you have to go to the darkness to see the sun. You have to get in there and heal. And this is why we're in that place of reflection, right? Why Spirit wants us to sit quietly within ourselves and to understand what our triggers are and what things that want to be loved that we're not allowing to see the daylight, and give it some daylight. Perspective is a matter where you stand, right? And so Spirit's saying that, stop judging everybody else, only work on yourself, because where you're looking may not be where that person's looking, and everybody sees things from their own lens. And so don't judge their lens, just allow it and understand it, but work on yourself, because it's all you have control over. And this is your time to step up and lead from your soul, right? And Spirit has been encouraging you this to get here versus here, right? And so for those of you who are watching, anybody who's watching this replay, this is your wake-up call from Spirit saying it's time to go in and heal, go in and feel, allow this all to go through and get off of that hamster wheel. Right. So now let's look at what we always want to look at, right? The thing that's so important to us because we like to control things, and that is timing. So timing is fluid. It's never set in stone. It's based on probabilities for every decision in the now moment. Changes timing plus or minus. So all we can do is we can look into, what's probable at this now moment, and get a time for when some of this can go through. Doesn't always mean it's going to be an absolute, so don't hold your head to it. And so let's look at what is the timing. When can we see that twin flame, that divine counterpart, that rekindle? And Spirit saying time of the full moon. All right, so we just had a full moon. It's going to be a few weeks away, but that's not a bad thing. Let me see if we get any more guidance on that, Spirit. And Spirit is saying your wish requires a huge price for you to pay, right? And so Spirit's being a little cryptic, but I think Spirit is really basically telling you, at this moment in time, that yeah, the wish can come true, but you're going to have to pay a huge price. And what is that price? The price is going to face your own shadows, your own demons, however you want to describe it. You have to face the things that you have not been willing to face for millions and millions of lifetimes. And so as you face these, this all comes in, and it's actually really a positive read, because the time of the full moon is coming up upon us in a few weeks again. And again, this is your chance to go in, start healing, and as you start healing, all this is going to come into place, right? Spirit didn't give us a season or a time, because Spirit wants you to work on whatever you need to work on, and as you do, this is going to come through, right? And each one of you is on a different path, so your timing is different. So with that, that is my reading for today. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Put your notifications on so you know when I go live. Answer questions on Mondays and Wednesdays, and sometimes I'll do a pop-up on certain portals and stuff like that, where I'll do some activations and live carding readings outside of the Mondays and Wednesdays. It's mostly in the evening, around the 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern time, which would be New York time. Time zone. So put your notifications on and see when we go live. And with that, please reach out if you're looking for your own guidance, and have a wonderful day. Cheers.